Next, I would like to welcome up here Jessica Wright. Jessica is going to be our keynote speaker today. Jessica is the Interim Director of the Community Health Systems and Director of Bureau for Public Health, Health Promotion, and Chronic Disease. Jessica, if you want to step on up.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to be here, and it's so exciting to see these really great faces and seeing you all here, and some new faces and some new folks that I get to see. And I know it's really kind of hard to see me behind this great big stool, and so I know that always means that I have to get closer to where you all are, and that means I have to take my notes with me. So heads up there. But again, thank you so much for all the great things, all the great work that you do. I'm anxious. I have been so excited to hear all the great things and the work that you're doing, and being able to share with you some examples that we do too. So one point I have to share with you this morning is, let's make health the social norm. So you guys are doing a great job at your work site. You're creating environments and you're creating policies so that we can be as healthy as we can be every day, particularly when it's 40 hours a week whenever we are at our work site, and even if we're teleworking at home. Being able to have a supportive environment is so crazy hard to do, but my goodness, there's so many reasons to be able to do that. So we're gonna play a game. I know everyone's into games, and so we're gonna play That's Me. So whenever I call out a situation that applies to you, I want you to stand up and yell, "That's me." Okay, got it? Okay, so how many people here spent last night in this resort? Woo! Okay. How many people have been active in the past 24 hours? Woo! All right. How many people are still cautious when it comes to the COVID-19 pandemic? There you go, okay. And how many people have found out something new about themselves during this pandemic time? All right, okay. So you guys know me as, Jessica Wright, everything I do at BPH, but, and yeah, forget the fact that my slides are not on the template they're supposed to be on. But what I'm finding out is that I'm sharing, all kinds of personal information with others that I've never done before. So you're going to hear a lot about that today. So one of the missions of the Bureau for Public Health, and particularly the Division of Health Promotion and Chronic Disease, is making health the norm. So when I looked up what social norm means, social norms are shared expectations of acceptable behavior by groups. You guys are doing a good job at that wherever it is you go. So when you work in public health, it's the data and the statistics that we use in order to base our decisions on. So, for example, are you aware that West Virginia met their Healthy People 2020 goal to decrease sugary sweetened beverage consumption? Yay! So again, it's that data. When it comes to eating 5 fruits and vegetables a day, yes, I know this behavior is tricky to measure, and we're not doing as well as what we could, so just a heads up there. But we have totally increased the number of people who are active every day. So, yay us! So then, whenever you get a call from the behavioral risk factor surveillance staff, be patient with them, answer the questions. I know it's a long survey, but I actually met some new staff from the behavioral risk factor surveillance survey yesterday, and they were telling me how the things that they talk with people on a personal level, it makes them feel so healthy for what it is they already are when they hear about the kinds of conditions that people are going through on a daily basis and that sort of thing. One of the other things that we find out about people with chronic conditions is that, usually if you have a chronic condition or a risk factor, you don't have just one. you know. And this past year, when I've had to spend time with the Joint Interagency Task Force, I learned that their goal was to save lives every day. And then I had to go back to, well, you know something? Our goal is to save lives every day by keeping people as healthy as they can be, you know? That's what we're all about. So kudos to you all for the input that you put into those decisions that need to be made at a state level, and how we need to make policy decisions all the way around. So then, social norms, as Veronica was talking about, is not just the things that you do within your work site, but how you take it out to the community. How do you make changes in the community? We all wear all these hats. You know, I am mother, I'm a daughter, I could be a sister, I could be a parent, you know, I could be a member of a congregation, I could be a member of a group, of et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And we wear so many hats. And how much influence do we have to the audience that we have when we're wearing those hats? That's one of the things that I want you guys to do and think about as you're doing what it is you're doing. How do we really influence making health the social norm? So let me give you an example. Some years ago, it's been a lot of years ago actually, the Bureau for Public Health actually moved to the Diamond Department Store, the old Diamond Department Store in Charleston, West Virginia. So from the parking garage to our building, we had to walk 2.5 blocks. It might be some of the walking that some of us never did before whenever we were in another building. So unconsciously we were walking. Are there people here that take the steps everywhere you go? Okay, stand up and say, that's me. There you go. One of the things we do at the Diamond Department Store, we are on the 5th floor, and I take the steps as much as I can, and then to the point where my kids take pictures of me when I take the elevator, because they say, that is a rare occasion when my mom takes an elevator. So that's one of the things that I do, and thank you guys for doing that as well. And then using a standing desk at work, we are very supportive of that. And there was one company I saw that was using a treadmill with their laptop there. I thought, that's what I want. That's what I want to do. So kudos to you all that are doing great work and making this happen everywhere you go. The other thing that I wanted to share with you is, I know you guys are all wellness coordinators, right? Is that, stand up and say, that's me. Okay. When I was a graduate student, and that's been years ago, one of the things I did was I was a wellness coordinator. That was my graduate assistantship assignment. And I was a wellness coordinator of a school county system. So then, I don't know how many schools we had, I can't remember, but we had, you know, we did things back then like, you know, healthy cooking classes and CPR classes and cholesterol screenings, those sorts of things. But one of the biggest reasons that the theory behind all of this was being a wellness coordinator at a school was that you're not just influencing your peers and everyone who works for that department, you're also influencing the youth. The youth are the ones that you're with every day as a teacher, or as a service worker, or as a bus driver, or whatever. So this is one way we're going to influence the youth that we're working with on a day-to-day basis. So that was my dream then, is to be the coordinator of the wellness program in the sky. That didn't quite happen, but you can hear from probably all my staff that's here that we try to really incorporate wellness in everything we do. For example, if there are projects and things we need to do in the community, we do them on ourselves first to see, okay, how are participants going to act? What are they going to learn? What are the things we need to be sure that we work out before we actually take it out to participants? So they can tell you all about those examples. So I challenge you, if I haven't already, if you haven't done this already, to where you live, where you learn, where you eat, where you work, and where you play, How can you create a social norm that supports the healthy behaviors we all need? Again, chronic diseases, I still will say, is one of the leading causes of death all the way around. One way to keep you as healthy as you can be without getting a chronic disease, one of the ways that if you do have a chronic condition, and you guys all know this, is to be as active as you can be, drink as much water as you can be, eat as many fruits and vegetables as you can, stay away from tobacco and everything else that you can put into your body. You guys all know that. So as much as we can do that every single day, the better. Let's create that social norm. And by that I mean, let's do it wherever we can, not just in the work site. So, how many people are aware of the Olympics begins next month? Yay, there you go, okay. So all my kids happen to have summer birthdays. And you can show the first. So these are personal pictures, and some of them turned out good, some of them didn't. So my kids are no longer 2 and 4 anymore. They're a little bit older than that. But one year when the Olympics was in Atlanta, we decided we would have a summer birthday party with the Olympics theme. So everyone dressed in red, white, and blue, their USA shirts, and we had people come to the party, be ready to play Olympic-style games. My husband happened to be a referee, so he wore his referee shirt, had a whistle, and he did everything he could. And then at the end, everyone got gold medals because of their participation, not because they won. Again, these are just examples. And then some of the things we did too is, whenever you wash your car, so that is when, that's physical activity. So every time my husband would wash his car, he'd have the kids out there washing whatever they were playing with. So, you've got someone washing their car here too, and whatever their walker is there, they're out there washing it. So again, we're just using ways to incorporate physical activity ever since these kids were born. I actually have a daughter. She won't be in very many of these pictures, but my husband taught her how to go fishing. And that is one of the things that she likes to do. In fact, she's the best fisher person in our family. So she's the only one that really likes to go and fish, but she had a good upbringing on how to do that. And again, that's an everyday activity. It's not a sport or anything like that. And of course, she has to keep up with her butters. Whatever it is they do, she does too. So here they are climbing a rock, and she had to rock climb too. And here's when we're at the beach one summer, all the poses they had to do with their wonderful little boards. There's another, when we did a 5K once upon a time, it was probably at the good old Black Walnut Festival, and probably people from Mid-Ohio Valley know where that is. But it's a bunch of nuts that get together and run. And then both of them, my youngest and my middle, were #1. They were showing off their #1 in their respective sports there. So one of the things that we do every time my kids get together with their respective spouses and friends and things like that, this isn't a picture of them, but they always play softball and baseball because those are their sports. So everyone that hangs out with my kids, they have to play softball and baseball. The other thing is whenever we get together for holidays, I know everyone gets together for holidays. So I know we eat, yes we do, but we also try to work in an activity, whatever that might be. In this particular case, and some of you guys have seen this picture and saw the stories before, is every time my sisters get together, now that our kids are up and out and don't have to do anything to take care of our kids, we decide we're going to do 5Ks. If there happens to be one in the area, and this particular one we did was a disco trot 5K, and we dressed up as the Solid Gold dancers. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun because they played 80s music all the way through it. We just had a blast. And if you're competitive, you can run the heck as much as you can, but if you're not, we were just there to be together and just, cheer each other on. So I had to show that picture. Then I have one more. The last time my family got together, again, we had a pandemic, was My brother actually decided he would run with us. He usually doesn't participate in anything, his sisters do. So in this case, it was the 5K on New Year's Day, and it was wear whatever you wear the night before, New Year's Eve. And we decided we would go find some pajamas, and we found some Santa Claus pajamas. And then when we showed up at this 5K, people called us the Santa Sisters. Of course, again, my brother wasn't participating, but that's what brothers do. And long story short, you know, we all cheered each other on along the way. We cheered others on along the way. We didn't really care about our personal times, that sort of thing. We were just having fun being active together. So those are one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys, show you guys, and then influence you too to create social norms wherever, no matter what your hat is, wherever you're at. And so in this case, are you all ready? We're going to have a challenge because Clay County Middle School, are you here? Yay! Yes, everyone give them a great big hand. I was so impressed by your all's video success story and all the planks I saw. We are going to do a plank challenge, but what we're also going to do is play some music, and because it is an Olympic year, everyone stand up, everyone get up. And I had people, if you wanted to, you could wear your Olympic shirt, or if you wanted to wear something from a different country. Okay, we're going to get music going on here, and then whoever wants to plank then can plank to show that you can. You guys ready? Come on. And if you want to, just walk around. If you've got your favorite sport out there, it's soccer, whatever you will need to do, you can be playing it. And you guys, if you're walking around, I mean, you can just walk around. Yeah, just walk around. If anybody, yeah, there you go, you can dance. All right, you guys ready to plank? Oh, we've got people planking back here. Woohoo! Oh my goodness, yay! Anybody else want to plank? All right, there you go. Oh my gosh, look at them. All right. I've got to get in there too. Here, you want to hold the microphone? Sure.
Anyone else planking? I am so impressed. I am so impressed. I guess I'll walk in place while they're planking. Go. So you guys, how about cheering them on? Go. Woo! I see you, Kathy Hill, who said she wouldn't. I see you, Megan. Go, Ash. Go, y'all. Okay, Susie. All right, thank you. Way to go, y'all. Ash and Megan are persisting.
All right, yay, team. All right, so the way we're going to end this is do a team cheer. Everyone ready? Is he still going? Oh my gosh, great job. Okay, everyone put their arms in. We do this as a team all the time. Okay, on 3, 2, 1, we're gonna go team. All right, you guys ready? On 3, 2, 1, go team! Yay! Thank you so much.